For years, I was terrified of being sober. I didn't know who I would be without alcohol. Would I still be fun? Would people like me? Or would life just feel empty? Living without alcohol was never an option for me. It never crossed my mind when I was drinking. At the best, I just wanted to manage my drinking so that I could still drink, have fun, be responsible, and still elevate as a human being. But I got tired of waking up wondering what I had done the night before, if I had offended someone the night before, if I said something wrong, if I had fallen off my bar stool because my knee has a bruise on it, I don't know where it came from, how I got home. I just got tired of waking up and feeling shame and regret. So I started to get curious about being sober and what that would look like for me. Today, I want to share with you not only why I was scared to get sober, but also the obstacles that might be holding you back from starting your own sobriety journey and how to push through them. One of the biggest obstacles for people who want to stop drinking is honestly the fear of the unknown. Every activity I did involved alcohol. If it didn't have alcohol in the plans, don't invite me. I didn't know what being social would look like. I didn't know what handling stress without a drink in my hand would look like. And it scared me because that would mean I would be a different person. And for me, I already thought I had myself figured out. I thought I had my lifestyle figured out. This is who I am. And I had no idea that me and who I was when I was drinking the way I was every single day, that was not me. That was me hiding from me. That was me not wanting to see me and not wanting other people to see me. And breaking away from alcohol allowed me to be in touch with myself again, understand who I really was. I've been drinking for so long. I don't remember myself as an adult without being tipsy or drunk or under the influence of alcohol. Here are a few of my fears that I had to face when I decided to give up alcohol. The fear of losing friends and social life. All of my friends drink. That's what we do. That's how we have a good time together. That's how we elevate the vibes. That's how we connect with each other. And that's how we bond. And I was afraid of losing that. And my social life always included a drink. A nice dinner, out to the movies, headed to the club, birthday parties. Anything that I did included alcohol. So what would my social life look like if that wasn't included? And would my friends even want to be friends with me? Would we have anything in common at that point? I decided to face that fear, and turns out my real friends gave me all the love and support that I needed to move on with my sobriety journey. And my real friends are still my real friends, and nothing has changed there. My next fear was the fear of being boring. Because what do people who don't drink do all day and all night? Where do you go? Where do you hang out? You go on walks and read books and you eat dinner and have tea. It was just foreign to me, honestly. I just didn't think any of that sounded fun or engaging. Once I stopped drinking, I started really loving going on walks. And it sounds crazy. I live in a beautiful neighborhood. And I have never been able to appreciate this neighborhood the way I have recently. And I've been here for about 3 years now. And the beauty of this place, when I go on walks, and the beauty of the nature surrounding me, and the beauty of the people and all the businesses thriving in this neighborhood. And I'm glad that I see colors in new ways, that I stop and smell the flowers, that I stop and look up at the clouds, and I stop and I look at the birds, and I'm wondering, where are y'all going? There's 2 birds, there's 3 birds. Are y'all pack, y'all family? I don't know. I'm starting to hear the birds sing. I'm starting to take notice of all the different sounds that make all the music of life. And I'm so full of energy, there's no way I can be boring. Whether it's hikes, I started painting. This is my first painting I've done in years. I used to want to be a painter. I used to want to be an artist when I was a kid. And once I got a little older, I just never did anything with it. I never had aspirations of actually being an artist. I was too busy drinking and having fun at the bars and blacking out. But I did this painting, and honestly, I'm so proud of this painting. But anyway, I am finding joy in so many things, and life is anything but boring. I want to do so much now. My curiosity is exploding at this point. I want to learn how to play the piano, guitar. I'm already taking singing lessons. I'm a singer-songwriter, so that's something that I need to do anyway. But I want to be on Broadway. I want to go skiing. I want to jump out of a plane. I want to do Pilates. I want to climb Mount Rushmore. I want to do it all. And life is anything but boring because you have so much energy when you stop drinking, and you have so much time to really focus on the things that move you and add to your passion. The fear of facing emotions head on was a big fear of mine. There was so much that I was locking away by drinking. There was so much I was just putting to the side and burying down deep inside of me with the alcohol. And I was so afraid to face those insecurities, those depressions, anxieties, childhood traumas, all that stuff. I was so afraid to dive into that because I didn't know I didn't know who I would be. I didn't know what it would look like to look deep down inside. And so it was hard, but I faced that fear. I was thinking that when I was drinking that the alcohol would at least push it all away to the point where it didn't matter and it would work. After 2 or 3 shots in, all right, cool, fuck it. I don't care, whatever. And I would wake up the next day, those problems would still be there and be compounded. And even more so because sometimes I would need that money I spent at the bar to solve that problem. And now we're down the rabbit hole. My emotions, I acknowledge them, I name them, I analyze them, and then I act accordingly. I don't want to be afraid of my emotions anymore. I don't care if it's embarrassment, sadness, if I'm angry, whatever the emotions may be. I want it all because all of this is life. And my joy is only as joyous because I have those hard times and I've been through some shit. So I want to face my emotions, and I'm doing that so far. I'm doing very well, and I'm a work in progress. I definitely want to get into therapy. That's my next step in my expansion. And so I know I'm not the only one with this fear, but the fear of failure. Every time I would say I was going to stop drinking, I would relapse. Or every time I was going for a week, I would make it 3 days and I'd beat myself up because I feel like a failure. And then I would try and go 2 weeks and I would only go 1 week and I feel like a failure. And then all of a sudden I'm drinking again, and what will my friends say now? Or what will people say after I said I quit? And now I'm drinking again. Fear is something else, honestly. But what I've learned is in your fear is only more of you. You'll only find more of you in your fear. That's why you gotta face your fears. And this fear of failure, I had to face that fear because as long as I'm trying and trying again, I haven't failed. It's only when you stop trying that you fail. It took me so many times to stop and start. And it took me 1 day at a time, because when I didn't drink for a full day, that was a major accomplishment for me. Going a week was a miracle. A month, 30 days? Oh, baby, give me an award. But now I'm at 115 days, and you gotta take it 1 day at a time. Don't beat yourself up. After stopping and starting drinking over and over the course of years, I realized that the more I stayed sober, the more benefits of being sober I started to recognize. And when I started to recognize those benefits more and more, they started to outweigh the lack that I was used to. And one night, I find myself, the last night of me drinking, I find myself at the bar I was invited to by some friends, and I wasn't gonna drink. I had stopped drinking at that point. I think I was 5-6 days in at that point. I got to the bar, and the bartender came from around the bar and greeted me at the door with a shot for him and a shot for myself. And I was like, oh man, nah, I'm good. I'm not drinking tonight. And I was so proud of myself. Then I get to my friends and I get a drink for one of my friends, another one for a friend of mine. And I give my friend their drink, which is bourbon neat, which is, I love bourbon. And I give it to her and I'm like, cool. I haven't touched alcohol, I'm good. And as the night progresses, I remember one of my friends comes in and it's his birthday. And I'm like, oh man. So everybody's like, yo, one last time, drink with us. And I'm just like, all right, fuck it. So I start to drink and I'm like, well, after one shot, I'm like, I might as well just go in. By the end of the night, I'm at the bar all by myself. And I look around, I'm like, this is the same old shit. And I'm like, why am I here? Why am I still doing this? This leads nowhere. And I know it brings me no fulfillment. About a week or two into my sobriety, I started noticing that I had so much more clarity, energy, creativity, and self-respect. I thought that I was gonna miss out on not being at the bar every night. I thought I was gonna miss out on not being able to share all the fun stories of what we don't remember from last night with friends. I thought that I would be at home miserable and lonely, and sometimes I am, but not very often at all. And I feel so much better in my sobriety than I ever have before. Man, life is beautiful. I don't wanna do all the you only live once type shit, live fast, hustle hard, rest when you sleep. I wanna enjoy life and all of its beauty every single day in the way that I honor God and the way that I give back to the universe is by being present for every moment possible and making sure that I'm making the most of this life experience that I've been granted. I thought the parties would be boring and I wouldn't want to go. I wouldn't want to be around people. And I thought I'd be in the corner of the club sipping club soda. And turns out I'm too busy dancing and having fun to even notice anyone else is in the room. Now when I go out to dinner, I can enjoy the full experience. I can enjoy the flavors of the restaurant and the flavors of the cuisine. Now I'm not at the bar every single night just because I'm bored, even on my off days. Now I'm at home creating, painting, writing, recording. And what I've learned most is I really like myself. I love the time that I spend with myself. I love the self-care that I give myself these days. Instead of a bar tab every night, I swap that out for a smoothie every single day I go work out from my favorite smoothie place. I want you to pause for a second and think, what's the thing that scares you most about being sober? Drop it in the comments. I want to hear from you. I was afraid of being sober, but what I learned is the fear was only of letting go of who I thought I was. So if you like what you've heard, please like, subscribe. I'm gonna keep on putting these videos out here and sharing my journey. I'm on 115 days of no alcohol right now. So I'm just getting started, but every single day matters. And I want you all to be a part of this journey with me. If you're scared, that means you're standing on the edge of something new. And that's a good thing.